You likely see them every day at your home, medicine cabinet, on a shelf in the bathroom. Prescription drugs you don't take, drugs you don't need anymore. Do not pour them down the drain. Don't flush them down the toilet. What do you do with them? Bill Bodner, special agent in charge of the DEA LA, has the answer. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. And I think, unfortunately, the reason for Take Back, when the CDC finally announces the drug cause death numbers for 2020, they're going to be record-setting. Unfortunately, I think about 250 people a day in this country dying from drug overdose, and that's twice the number of people dying from gun violence, which we've heard so much about lately. What happens is addiction and recreational drug use, it unfortunately often starts with leftover unused prescription drugs that people have in the homes. And this is especially dangerous with opiate painkillers, Percocet, Vicodin, things that we get when we go to the dentist or have an operation or something to that effect. This April 24th, DEA is giving you the opportunity to get these drugs out of your house, make your house safer, dispose of the drugs properly in an environmentally safe way. Go to DEATakeback.com. If you put in your zip code, you can find out a drop location near you and drop them off and get them out of the house to just take that piece out of the equation.
Well, and I mean, it avoids accidents, it avoids abuse, and it avoids, like you said, it protects the environment. We don't want to have that stuff out in the LA River somehow or the ocean. But let's talk about illegal drugs. People back out and about as the pandemic effects start to ease up a little bit. How's that going to affect what you do?
Yeah, well, let me say first, I hope, and I haven't seen this yet, but I hope we see a reduction in drug overdose deaths. And I think isolation has been a major factor in causing people to self-medicate, to turn to drugs in an effort to feel better about their personal situation or deal with personal struggles. Hopefully, when we get back to socializing, we can see a reduction in drug overdoses. But now, as things open up and more people are out and about, we are seeing some creative smuggling ventures going on. Recently, we saw a load of decorative rocks, like landscaping rocks, come across the border, and they had cocaine secreted inside the rocks. So it was kind of cement molds and made to look like stones, and actually just a vessel to smuggle drugs. So we're gonna keep at it and keep attacking it. I do think that although things will get back to a little more normal, maybe a little more traditional, we are still going to see a lot more drug trafficking online. So especially parents out there, be aware of that. It's easier to get drugs online now than it ever was, and watch your kids.
Let's talk a little bit about the Beverly Palm Plaza. I mean, if folks go to that strip mall, they might go to a spa, nail salon, and have no idea what's going on at U.S. Private Vaults, which is right in between there. Your agents were pretty busy at that location.
Yeah, so this is an investigation we're working with the FBI, with the United States Postal Service, and it's been going on for a couple of years, and it's still very active. So there's not a whole lot I can talk about. I can say on March 22nd, we executed a search warrant there, and then a few days later, we unsealed a federal indictment, which charges the corporate entity with money laundering and drug trafficking. Very, very serious charges. So we were there for several days. It was a lot of work. There's a lot of work left to do. And, now starts the court portion of the case. And we will see where it takes us.
All right, Bill, thank you very much once again for joining us. Bill Bodner, special agent in charge of the DEA here in LA. Have a great rest of your week.